Quick battle here between Coops and John FB. I hopped into their voice chat as they were playing and caught the very end of this game. But now I'd like to see how it started. And how the fuck does Marcus Wolfhart kill Great Stag Knights in melee combat? You what? What? You what? You'll have to see. You'll have to see. Alright. 4 Glade Guard for the Woodales. Eternal Guard with shields, 4 Glade Riders, a Great Stag Knight, 5 Dryads, a Waystalker with Arrows of Kurnos, and a Spellweaver of High Magic with Tempest, Apotheosis, and Soul Quench. On the other side, for the Empire, Spearman and Swordsman frontline, Marcus Wolfhart, butt naked. Ulrika Magdova, also pretty lean, Enfeebling Foe and Melkoth's her only real things. Templehoff, Luminarch of Hysh, Regiment of Renown. Triple Mortar, 1 Huntsman, and then 3 Empire Knights. Cool. Wood Elves advancing, trying to get in range of those deadly mortars. Taking a bit of damage on their Dryads for now. Mortars are now switching onto the Glade Guard. If the Glade Guard can get range of those mortars at all, they will kill them quite quickly, but the Empire has put them pretty far behind their front line, giving them a lot of space, so that the Glade Guard can't really get in range. Soul Quench takes off about a little more than a third of the Templehoff Luminarch's HP, but the Templehoff Luminarch fires back, smokes the Spellweaver of High Magic. Wow, taking 2/3 of her HP off in one shot, then almost routs her. She manages to rally. Apotheosis is going to try and heal her up. Templehoff Luminarch is firing yet again. Melkoth's Mystifying Miasma is trying to slow her down, and boom! Templehoff Luminarch does take her out. She shatters, but she does not die. Marcus Wolfhart is at half HP, and the Wood Elf Cavalry is now penetrating the back lines, trying to get to those mortars and shut them down as an Arrow of Kurnos hits the Templehoff Luminarch for a little bit more damage. Marcus Wolfhart himself is getting pretty low, and Glade Guard are all firing away at him. Net of Amnatoct is cast from the Templehoff Luminarch. It has 2 bound nets. Wolfhart's getting danger low. Mortars still firing despite the Glade Guard's valiant attempt. The Glade Riders, sorry, it's not the Glade Guard. Everything on this roster is a Glade, but whatever. Eternal Guard, Glade Riders, Glade Lord. Marcus Wolfhart getting very, very low, sub 500 HP as the archers all shoot him. The Templehoff Luminarch is also getting low as Glade Riders try and chase it down. Dryads have busted through the front line at this point and are trying to get back to those Huntsmen. Marcus Wolfhart down to 100 HP, sub 100 HP, and he is dead. Both lords are dead 2.5 minutes into this game. But there's still a lot left to do. Templehoff Luminarch also routing at this point. Pretty low on HP. I wonder if the Wood Elves can finish it off. All 3 mortars are still online. As for the Huntsmen, they're still doing well. The Empire frontline is in disarray. Their heavy cavalry is doing quite well as of right now. In fact, they're trying to peel for the Templehoff Luminarch. Ulrika is now the target of the remaining Wood Elf archers, including their Waystalker, who has just slowly been putting pressure on her. He has 1 use of the Arrows of Kurnos left. Ulrika is down to half HP. She does have the hunger if she can stay in melee combat, as she's trying to. But no Invocation of Nehek. Nothing to heal her up like that. Glade Riders are back. They get a rear charge onto some mortars, knocking them off of their mounts and routing them pretty soon. Dryads also getting rid of these other mortars, so things are turning against the Empire a little bit here. Great Stag Knights in the back take out the 3rd mortar crew, though they do get shellacked by Spearmen and Empire Knights as they do so. Ulrika still under pressure, just below half HP now, and the Waystalker is not in range to shoot anything impactful, so I wonder what he is trying to aim at. Don't know. Templehoff Luminarch is back. I could shoot at the Waystalker. Other than him, there's not a lot of great targets. 1 mortar has shattered. Great Stag Knights are routed off by the Empire Knights in the backfield. Templehoff Luminarch fires down the line of the Glade Guard and in the Eternal Guard a little bit, getting really good damage. Ulrika's also still firing. Where's that last Arrows of Kurnos going to go? Oh, it was already used. Must have been used on Ulrika or something. Okay. Eternal Guard and Dryads still trying to clear out this backline a little bit. Huntsman rallying on the far side. Going to fire back into all these infantry. Empire Knights trying to peel off the Glade Riders. Both mortar teams that aren't shattered are still routing away. Eternal Guard firing in on the infantry also makes them start routing, reconsidering their position. Both snipers thinking about trading value. As the Templar Luminarch skids along the top of Glade Guard. It has not gotten orders to shoot at the Waystalker yet, and I feel like the Waystalker would be a much better use of its ammunition and time. Templar Luminarch only really does good damage to single targets. Fires again at this Glade Guard, but it's just getting pinged down by the Waystalker the entire time. Other archers join in. Dryads even rally behind it, leaving the Templar Luminarch all alone. It will rout off. Great Stag Knights are on the far side. They've shattered yet another mortar, so there's only one mortar that even could possibly come back. And a Huntsman retreating away. Ulrika, still alive. Technically. Still alive. And Empire Knights running through this backline. Glade Guard are almost out of ammunition, though, so it's not even going to be a great boon to shut them down. Wood Elves quite far behind on the balance of power at this point, and the Waystalker is stuck fighting Ulrika. He tries to fire one last arrow into her face. He fails, and now he just must duel her naturally. Enfeebling Foe takes him down to 31-22 for melee stats. She's at an impressive 50-46. Empire Knights charging back and forth, trying to rout everybody off. The Wood Elves have a lot of infantry left, and Great Stag Knights are coming in for a rear charge. Spearmen getting in position to brace against them or something, but those Huntsmen are in severe danger. Ulrika is still dueling with the Waystalker. Now that the Enfeebling Foe is worn off, maybe he can get some good work done. And a Melkoth's Mystifying Miasma from across the map does hit those Great Stag Knights. It's overcast for extra cast range, but it won't get them off of these Huntsmen. Huntsmen are going to rout. Empire Knights are back in the fray. They're going to rear charge Great Stag Knights and get rid of those guys that way. Ulrika, still low on HP, fighting this Waystalker, but the Waystalker is getting close to routing, and then if he does, Ulrika can just, hunt him down for free. She is sub 1,000 HP, and the Waystalker all of a sudden routs after getting one last hit onto Ulrika. She throws another Enfeebling Foe on him, but he's already routing, so stats will not end up mattering. Empire Knight rear charges the Great Stag Knight and gets rid of it like we said, but then it immediately routs, though Huntsmen have already rallied on the backfield. Ulrika's Buyer Blood passive has popped, and she continues to chase down this Waystalker. Can't let him get away. She fires the last of her shots backwards into some Dryads. For the Wood Elves, we have Glade Guard with 2 ammunition, then Glade Guard with none, a bunch of very injured Dryads, 1 healthy-ish Eternal Guard, and that is it. For the Empire, Ulrika's still running around above negative leadership, so she's not crumbling just yet. 2 Empire Knights are functional but damaged. 1 is so damaged I hardly consider it functional. Huntsman has a lot of ammo but not a lot of HP, and some Spearmen are technically there. 1 shatters, so he's not even technically there anymore. Great Stag Knights rally for the last time, but they will shatter. As soon as they rally, they just rout for their final time. They are gone from our consideration. Waystalker being hunted down by Ulrika. She knows she can't let him get away. He has 7 ammunition and a good health pool. He could finish her off quite easily if he is allowed to get those shots off. Huntsmen are routing away. Empire Knights trying to charge into the Dryads. Can the Wood Elf infantry carry? I'm going to fast forward a little bit as we have some Benny Hill. Ulrika's chasing down the Waystalker. Get some help from some Empire Knights to do so. Huntsmen rally for the final time. If they rout again, they will shatter. Empire Knights trying to sweep up some of these infantry before they can reconvene. Shatters off another Eternal Guard. In the distance, the Waystalker is still routing from Ulrika and friends. Some Empire Knights might have even routed themselves. Huntsmen get run down by Glade Guard. Glade Guard are the same speed, but maybe they'll get charge bonus shenanigans just enough to catch and rout those Huntsmen for the final time. We'll see. Without the Huntsman, that's a pretty bad shot against the Empire. Bounce power is about dead even at this point. Waystalker still getting hunted down, as we mentioned before. Glade Guard getting close to getting those Huntsmen to the edge of the map, but they just can't catch them. And now we have rear-charging Empire Knights coming to save the day. Ulrika and her Empire Knight companion are done with their Waystalker, and Huntsmen actually end up just holding still. They do shatter, but a big charge from the Empire Knights will also kill off the Glade Guard, so a trade of archers at that point. Ulrika with no ammo. Probably not a lot of Winds of Magic at this point. Does use a Melkoth's Mystifying Miasma on the Dryads. I would have preferred it onto the very healthy Eternal Guard, but it is what it is. She's in. She's trying to regenerate up with the Hunger, though she is taking damage back from all these smelly wood elves. And Empire Knights charging into Dryads, doing their best to rout off those Dryads and then chase them. The other Empire Knights are sprinting all the way across the field to try and get back here. Ulrika's getting danger low, and if she does, she will start crumbling. 4 leadership for her, 2 leadership for her. Another Melkoth's is out. Empire Knights trying to get around and charge nearby. Still at 2 leadership for Ulrika, still healing up a little bit. There goes the negative 23. The crumbling damage starts to tick her down, and she charges. Not she charges, then Empire Knights charge in to try and save her, but the crumbling has taken hold. She is going to go sub 100 HP, and that is the death of Ulrika. No more caster, no more healing for the Empire of any kind. Dryads routing in multiple directions. We still have a Glade Guard. We still have an Eternal Guard with shields. The Eternal Guard is the real concerning one for these Empire Knights. Dryads manage to rally. Other Dryads continue routing off. Empire Knights thinking about what to do. They will try and catch these Dryads and Eternal Guard unbraced since they were moving. They didn't get their charge reflection or, any of that stuff. And then a rear charge in from these other Empire Knights, really trying to get that shock damage going down and take these Dryads out. The Dryads rout yet again. The Glade Guard are just behind them. 3 leadership. There they go. Only the Eternal Guard are still in the game, and they get caught unbraced. Getting hit in the rear by those other Empire Knights. But these Empire Knights shatter, meaning we have 1 Empire Knight. No more sandwich tactics can be used. It's just these guys. And sure, they can chase down all this other stuff, but they still have a very healthy Spearman unit to deal with. It looks like they're going to have a hard time of it. They take a lot of damage in melee with the Spearmen. Their leadership's dipping, as is their HP. The Eternal Guard look like they're going to drag them down. 4 leadership, 7 again. But it is not enough. And the Wood Elves claim victory off the backs of their infantry. For Coop's 450 value on his Lord, she got 1 Soul Quench before dying. Waystalker, 1700. Great Stag Knights did fine. Dryads did very well. Their Eternal Guard did quite nicely. Glade Guard with their bows also did good work, and Glade Riders did okay. No side for Sean FB. Marcus Wolfhard fired off a few arrows and then died. Ulrika did great. Temple off Luminarch honestly did pretty great. Empire's front line held us for as long as it could, then fell apart. Huntsman did fine. Mortar's still really struggling to get their value back, and Empire Knights did fantastically. GG. Roar! Subscribe, yes, yes.